Howdy, this is take 3 of my intro for episode 12 of My Life Without Industrial Craft. There's something going just weird in that village. Every time I try to film over there, my FPS chugs to about nothing. So I'm staying as far away as possible. Anyways, I had gone exploring, and well, in search of meadows bees. I'd remembered that there was a savanna out this direction, and that there was a meadow around it, and I figured, what better place to find meadows bees than in the meadow. And I did succeed in finding 2 meadow beehives, but I also found this village, and they had a beekeeper there, and that tower is a Thaumcraft villager home. So I found, in addition to the bees that I pillaged and the apiaries that I stole, they also had, some frames, and that's great. He had a skeleton skull, some glass bottles, some knowledge fragments, which are, and some alimentum, which I don't have any use for, but hey, I have alimentum now, and I guess some quicksilver. I'm not going to steal their tree because I didn't bring an axe with me. But I'm going to head home with this stuff. Wow, that's loud. And I'm also going to go looking to see if I find one more beehive to crack open with this little bee hammer that I have, so I can use up the last little charge on it. But I'd noticed, and I'd played a little bit with my bees that I had gotten previously, and I realized, I need meadows and forest bees to get started. Just start off at the beginning of the tech tree, because otherwise, it's just not the same. Because the marshy bees, I've never successfully bred them with anything else. I don't know what extra bees gives me, so it's possible that they give me an upgrade path for them, but I know meadow and forest bees are supposed to be the most common, and they're the ones that you are supposed to crossbreed to get going. So we will see. Whoa, hey, there's a beehive right there. And that's a creeper. Was that seriously creeper chain reaction? Yeah, the fire aura on my sword is or on my armor is kind of funny. Everything hits me and then dies. Or lights on fire. But, like I was saying, I lost it in the spinning around. Which way was it? There was I saw a beehive. Right around, there we go. There's the beehive. Did he just sink into the ground? That's kind of weird. Okay, bee, smash the bees. Alright, and that's more marble bees. Let's go ahead and go into my bag here and stuff all the bees and honeycomb and the other bee in there. There we go. Alright. Now we're really set to head back home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little hut just for forestry. Because specifically for beekeeping stuff, because there are certain forestry things that are general interest, and there are certain forestry things that are, apiculture only. So we will work on that. Hey! Look! I know where I am. That's pretty cool. But of course I can't make a jump to save my life. I really should do something about these stairs. This is really, really obnoxious. Also, I still haven't gotten around to repairing the creeper blast in the road a little bit down here. But that's okay. So anyways, I'm going to get back, and I'm going to set up a little shed for all of my forestry infrastructure. Hey, there's more marshy beehives. I don't need marshy bees. We're going to ignore that particular path for now because it containeth a creeper, and I don't want to deal with a creeper. And we're home. let's get into bed and kick the day over and start making with the upgrade. Oh, come on. With the beehive upgrade. So I want to get that in. The other thing that I need to do is set up a what's it called again? I need to set up red power. I'm actually gonna finish the basic blulectric setup and get some of those things going. So I think the place to put my forestry hut is right over here in the forestry place. Since I've got the two kinds of trees that I ideally want the bees to be breeding, we're also going to place the bees down here. So we have 4 beehives going. We have the one... Now, I put frames in there, and I looked up on the wiki to see what the frames actually do. And it turns out that frames are a output multiplier for apiaries. So every frame you add, no matter what kind of frame, is a plus 20% to output, at least in the vanilla frames. There are other frames that Extra Bees adds that I have no clue what they do. But anyways, so this right here is plus 60% output, and sure enough, now I actually have stuff from this beehive, and hey, we even have some comb from this, where I had put the rocky bees. I've got a common princess. That's pretty cool. But... so what I'm going to do is take all of the bee stuff here. We have 2. I guess we'll do it this way. So I'll need to make 3 more little frames, and that's fine. We'll make the cheap frames. The only difference between the other different kinds of vanilla frames is their durability. So these impregnated frames are frames where the seeds have been, or the sticks have been treated with seed oil, and so they last longer. Otherwise, the end result is the same. So we're going to keep marshy bees just going in there just because, and then we're going to work the forest and meadow bees in here. But hopefully with the 4 of these going, we should actually start getting some stuff out of it. I'm going to set up a squeezer and a centrifuge and a couple of other things. I'm also going to draw the power for all of that from over here, since... hey, I've got power over here, I may as well run it over right like this. So I think I'm going to build the hut maybe up against here, maybe. And yeah, so give me a second to sort some of this stuff out. I'm going to go toss the farm stuff, you know, the other things that I picked up. Killed a werewolf human form that way. Gonna go ahead and clean up inventory and start building a basic forestry hut, and then once that's done and I have the forestry hut set up and we're happy with that and maybe actually get some apiculture going, I want to set up bluetricity. We'll see if I have time to do both builds or if we will just do that next time. So or maybe that whole exercise was futile because the humidity here is such that I cannot actually get the most basic of bees to grow because, well, it's too dang hot. I don't think it's because I'm next to the ocean. I think it's literally because I'm in this green hills biome that is apparently more humid. So I'm not sure what I want to do on that front, because I've got humid here, and then immediately adjacent to me is the desert, which is going to be completely arid, so not normal. Maybe, you know what, let's do this. We're going to pick up these guys, and let's run over to the autumn woods and see if the autumn woods are less humid. Yeah, I really do need to repair this little bit of road, but that's okay. Once we get out of the green hills. Because what we want, I guess the fact that the marsh bees are spawning here should have been a sign. but that's okay. So the advanced multi-block apiary replacement, the Tier 2 bee farm building, is called an apiary, I think it is. And it, while expensive, or at least it says it's expensive, I don't actually know what it uses to make stuff happen. It apparently has some things where you can regulate the environment a little bit. So let's see if... Okay, this is normal over here. Okay, so we will go ahead and foolishly leave these beehives on this hill right here and get them going. Does she find flowers? I guess they're both... They have to be finding flowers, otherwise they wouldn't be doing stuff, I think. Just in case, I'm going to plant a flower between them. But I see bees doing... yeah, there's some flowers around here. There's one right up there. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Ooh, shiny. I think that was the flower they were using, because they both stopped the minute I broke that. Yep, no flowers. Give it a second. You'll see flowers. Dunk, dunk. Dunk, dunk. Okay, yeah, they see flowers now. Alright, this bee is going to die really soon, and I'm going to go ahead and get out the... I got a forest queen here, and I will pop her in instead. Once we have that, then we'll be able to... We'll breed a meadows drone with a forest queen and a forest drone with the meadows queen. And yeah, come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Obviously, we don't have the frame. Oh, there we go, okay. Okay. You get the forest queen, and you get 2 frames, and you get 1 frame. And what did I not get for product out of you? Honeycomb. Okay. All right. So bees be growing now, and that's good. And eventually we'll figure out, tolerance and I love that there's that pink sheep up there. We'll figure out, environmental tolerances and stuff like that. But for now, I just want to have some bee products going. I figure I'm down at that mine often enough that I can check on those bees without wasting too much time on it. So the beekeeping hut will wait a little bit. Let's go ahead and work on red power, because that is of much more immediate use. Oh, and my food's low, so it wants me to eat again. Rabbit food. We are out of rabbit food. Actually, I left a bunch of it in the house. Anywho. Bang, bang. Oh, missed. Okay. Okay, so wow. So it doesn't like me. I've explored too much this login. I think the red power... So I was going to stick the beekeeping hut down there. I think I'll go ahead and make a red power hut just right here on the other side. You know what? Because of that there, I'm going to log out and back in again real fast to just flush any cache because of the exploration. It's memory leaking chunks, and I don't like that. So, sleeping and logging out and back in again. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that works any better. So like I mentioned a while back, the alloy furnace lets me make red power alloys. The first alloy of interest here is actually nickelite and silver. Do I have any silver bars? I may not have any silver cooked up. There's the silver. I don't have any silver cooked up, but I have some silver down in the dust. So let's Let's throw that in the oven real fast. Give it a piece of coal. And the reason we're focusing on red power is it's going to help organize some stuff. We've got, I mean, just something to help me move some things around and get them organized a little bit more. Okay, silver. We'll throw some silver and some nickelite in the alloy furnace and give it some heat. One piece of coal there. And it's going to make a bunch of blue alloy. Whoops. Blue alloy is the core for bluetricity, which is red power's power mechanic. There's also red alloy, which is iron or copper plus redstone, and that will allow me to do red wiring and things like that. But I'm not too interested in that at the moment. What I really need is some blue alloy, because I'm going to be using that to make some machines. The first thing I want to make is a battery box. Actually, no. The first thing I really want to make is a solar panel. And the solar panel uses one blue alloy per block of solar panel, and then a bunch of these blue doped wafers. So we need to make wafers. And getting wafer technology is a diamond consuming enterprise. It requires me to make a diamond handsaw. Most of the other... Actually, you know, I wonder if this one will work. I'm going to try the ruby handsaw. I'm pretty sure I can't. Let's see, if we do... What we do is you make one of these silicon boules, which is alloy furnace, sand, and coal, to make one of these, and then uses for this is you cut it with, sure enough, a diamond saw. Okay, fine. I had made that ruby saw to cut up a couple of microblocks. I lined my ceiling with wood so it doesn't look like dirt anymore. But, yeah, so handsaw is 3 sticks, 2 iron, 2 diamonds. Let's get rid of some of this junk. We'll have to do something about all of those scorpion stingers very, very soon. Okay, hey, I had exactly enough sticks. So the handsaw is made like a saw, sort of. But it's diamond tipped, and yes, that cost me 2 diamonds. But this will let me cut pretty much any block, and this one is only good for things of wood or softer. So, you know, I can make pumpkins or something. I can carve pumpkins. But we will take... We need some coal and some sand. Do we have any sand? We do have sand. Excellent. Okay. So in the alloy furnace, we'll pop that out. Alright, 6 blue alloy is probably all we need for the moment. So let's cook this up. This looks like it's going to be enough to do that. I'm going to try to speed through here, get some use out of that. We'll chop this up into the wafers. Then I'm going to pop half of these wafers in there with some nickelite and dope them to be blue. I don't know how much nickelite that requires, so let's throw overkill nickelite. It only uses however much it needs. One thing about the alloy furnace is the organization doesn't matter. A lot of the recipes for the alloy furnace require multiple items. I don't know if you saw, but the silicon boule was 8 sand and 8 coal to make the thing that I cut with the hacksaw. And So yeah, I just plunked them down. And it's using, that was 52, it's using 4 Nicolite for every 1 wafer that it cooks up into this blue doped wafer. We're actually going to need to give this some more heat because I need, no, keep going. I actually need a full 8 of these cooked to make a single solar panel. I don't really want to... We're only going to make 1 solar panel initially. And then, because I don't like using the fuel-burning alloy furnace, this one bugs me. This is my OCD with fuel-burning machines. Alright, so that's good. That's out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of this to dope some red wafers, because you never know. Come on, you. Okay. And so this will do the same thing, just consume the redstone to make these red wafers. Alright, but we have a solar panel now. Well, we almost have a solar panel. Now we have a solar panel now. And this will generate bluetricity at a very ridiculously slow rate, but you can line ceilings with them, and so that works. And they're small blocks, as evidenced by the little icon here, and so it doesn't hurt to have one of those around, and it doesn't get in the way too much. The other thing I need to make, and now we'll go ahead and make the battery box. Battery box is made with some iron, some blue alloy, some wood, and 4 of these batteries. The batteries are copper and tin with some Nicolite. So we need to make 4 batteries at least. We have plenty of Nicolite, plus tons more down in the mine that I haven't pulled upstairs. So let's take some copper, and we need some more copper, and some tin, or do I have a less? There's some tin. Okay. So let's go over here to the project bench and do it in here. So copper, copper, tin, Nicolite, 1 battery, 2, 3, 4. 4 batteries. Excellent. And you saw how that mixed up. It's very, very nice that way. I love when the ore dictionary does exactly what it's supposed to. So we have that. Let's get, what was that recipe again? Some iron and some wood. Let's get the iron out. I really ought to not be carrying this elemental. These are hand grenades. They're also usable as fuel, but if you chuck them, they're bombs. Or I guess I could use them for their essences, but those essences are pretty cheap. They're more useful as fuel. Piece of wood. Okay. And so we will take that, and the batteries, and that gives us a battery box. So we have a battery box and a solar panel. And that right there is actually all you really need to get red power going. Beyond that, or well, the bluetricity part of things, beyond that, it's there are only a couple of machines that can use the bluetricity in a meaningful way. Everything else uses so little power that it doesn't make a huge difference. Let's go ahead and make, using that alloy furnace is bugging me, so let's see what the, alright, the bluelectric engine, alloy furnace, yeah, these are the only bluelectric machines, other than some of her advanced sorting machines require a little bit of bluetricity per operation, but it's so minor it doesn't matter. Alright, this is a lot of bricks and some iron in that, and this is a lot of clay and some iron in that. So let's see, do we have sufficient clay? I need 5 times 4. I have exactly enough to make the alloy furnace. Perfect. Okay, so, yeah, we'll cook it across the street. Nothing's going to eat me yet. Good. We'll pop those in there. Flip the switch to cook all of those bricks. It's getting dark. I'm going to go sleep. While that's cooking up, I'll show you some of the things that I've done with the garden and then we'll come back and finish setting up the new alloy furnace. So, first off, blueberries, because those are new from the updates that I installed. I also made with some more garden down here. So we got some rice and some lettuce and some corn growing on the little terrace here. And I don't know if I showed it or not, but I went ahead and built roads around just to give me a little bit more definition. And hey, roads are cool. I like roads. Let's go ahead and pick this. This is all done. Whee! And I guess I also planted some carrots and potatoes back here. And I did confirm that the forestry farm can in fact grow potatoes and carrots. Let's see, there's potatoes and carrots in the output boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and toss all of these potatoes and carrots in like so, just to let them do their thing. There's some in the ground already, but that'll be nice. Okay, this is probably done cooking now. Still haven't decided where I'm going to set these up. Yep, sure enough. Okay, 20 bricks. Makes 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was iron, and blue alloy. It was. Alright, perfect. So we've got this new blulectric alloy furnace. Let's go ahead and place it. Let's get that B out of the way. We don't need a B. Or that B. Or that, or that, or that, or that, or that. Okay. So, I'm thinking for now, I will just go ahead and place these right here, right on this edge of the machine. Maybe I'll build some of the red power stuff over here. It doesn't really... Actually, you know what? I'll extend this building. I'll just bite the bullet and make this building a little bigger. But for now, we'll place it outside, where it can be in the sun. Now, I could place these just right next to each other, but I'm going to have fun with it, and we will instead do this. I'm going to... I never made any way to climb up to the roof of this building, did I? That's a minor problem. Can I do it? Yep, there we go. Okay, so I've got a single solar panel up there and the battery down there. This alloy furnace will draw power from that battery, but it needs a way to transfer the signal. So we do that with some blue alloy wiring, which we make with wool. I need a total of 6 wool, so that's plenty. And some blue alloy wire ingots. And this gives us the wire. This is the regular voltage stuff. In the recent builds, she's added. Of course, that's not going to connect because that block. Alright, we will place that there. Okay, fine. We'll have to do this. Welcome to my staircase. Kapong, kapong, kapong. Solar panel city. We will eventually probably line this with the solar panels, but for now, there's one panel, a little bit of wire, down to the battery. And if you notice with your imagination, there's probably, yep, there we go, ding, a little bit of power. It actually balances that power across all the machines in the circuit, because that's sort of how electricity works. And so this will slowly build up and be able to smelt the alloys using the solar energy without our need to burn coal every time and worry about, you know, hey, I'm only making one wafer. So actually we will plunk redstone in there, the rest of that coal in there. So we need to, you know what? I'm going to need a bunch of these wafers. So I will take and make 2 more of the silicon boules. And they will probably all turn into, all of those will probably become. So there's not enough power for it to do it yet. But once the power level reaches, I think the midway point is when it can start working with the energy. And so this will eventually process into 2 boules, which I'll cut with this handsaw. And then I will use those plus the, well, then I'll alloy them with nickelite and make myself some more solar panels, which, you know, and probably also the other oven, but I'll need to go dig clay before we can do that. Yeah. So that will help quite a bit, and we can use red power to do some interesting things. I think the thing that needs to happen is I need to stop having this terrible setup over here. This was just me moving boxes around to get them out of the way. I mean, this is nothing. But we need to be able to be smarter about putting all the wheat seeds back in the farm and things like that. So what we need is something that kind of sorts inventories. So what I'm going to do is make this transposer into a filter. Actually, it doesn't use a transposer. It uses a piston and a red doped wafer. I don't know if the filter requires bluetricity. If it does, fine, we'll pop a solar panel or something over there. See, it's slowly building up. So what we need is we need some of those red wafers. We also need a piston. And then I didn't see what else it was, but it doesn't matter. We'll see later. All right, get one out of the piston machine. I love that. And so the recipe for this is 2 gold, some cobbles, and that piston. So gold from the gold box. The gold box full of gold. Will give us a crafting table with cobbles. We can throw that gravel in there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. Piston there. Filter. The filter is sort of a smart sort of like a smart transposer. So what I'm going to do here is let's get this transposer out of the way. Let's pop this filter down there. Oh, I didn't. You know what? That's the other thing I need to do. I need to make a screwdriver. This is driving me insane. Where is... I don't have any sticks on me either, do I? Alright. Hey, look at that. It's actually running now that it's got enough power to run on. It's slowly, slowly, slowly smelting. That. And it'll just work. Ding! Come on. Ding! There we go. And then it'll do it again. I need a stick to make a screwdriver. This is the basic red power configuration tool, and mostly it's used for rotating things. There are some multi-wrench mods, potatoes and carrots, that may do the trick for me. Okay, see, actually, you know what, see, yeah, I'm pretty sure big is input, small is output. So that's set up there to filter certain items out. And now what we can do is let's take these pipes and go plunk. Come on, you. La 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 la. Thank you. We will take this and place it there. And now, whenever that filter, we need to program it. We need to tell it, move seeds. Actually, you know what? Don't just move seeds, move 8 seeds at a time. And so now, whenever it receives a redstone signal, it will... Is it not letting me put that button directly on the filter? There we go. Whenever it receives a redstone signal, it will pull from the adjacent inventory the items designated, and only the items designated, and send them out into the pipe network. So if we look here, we see that it's currently drawing potatoes, and for what's the word? For demonstration purposes, we'll leave this slot open, so you should see the 8 seeds arrive. So if I whack it, seeds went out, and they vanished. Beautiful, because I don't know why. Maybe there's no good reason for that at all. What gives? It's like they're just being destroyed. I wonder if it's trying to send them into the dirt pile? Instead, see if I pull that out. Let's whack it again. It doesn't matter if we lose a couple more seeds. No! It didn't send them in there either. I'm going to have to look that up, see what's going on there. But in the meantime, let's see if maybe the top works. Some machines are really picky about which side they're interacted with from, which is really most machines, I guess. We'll go ahead and grab those bools out. And see there, the battery is almost to a sort of a full 1 battery charge. It can hold about 4 times that much energy. So it'll get a good charge up here in a second once the sun comes back up. Okay, so pipes. We need to look at more brass pipes, and I know I should have some more here. Brass. There we go. Okay, so let's see if the problem with this is just that it doesn't like receiving input on the sides, but only wants to receive it on the top, because that's possible. So, okay, we look at this again. You still have 8 potatoes and 64 seeds. Sup and inserts. Okay, so that seems to be working. What we can do now is set up some kind of timer something, and you'll notice it's only pulling the seeds out. It's leaving the wheat alone. So we are going to put all of that there, and yeah, so what we could also do is we could put a hopper up here, and then that would probably also, you know what, let's do that. Let's see if that makes any difference. So we will pipe into the hopper and have the hopper, let's see, I'm a little bit short, so we need to go get more sticks. So gear, sure, why not? 10 wooden gears. Not what I wanted, but it'll work. We will take cobbles, And we will take, do I have any spare chests left? Or have I finally used up all the extra chests? I might have finally used them all somewhere. Okay. So, in here, we'll take this chest out, pop that in there, the gear, and the pieces of iron. I love it when I remember a recipe. It shouldn't be so rewarding to, haha, I'm not a noob, I remembered how to do something. But it is. It totally is. Okay. Hopper. Hopper goes in the hopper spot. Ta-chunk. And now, let's see if... Okay, so we have potatoes, we have seeds, and the hopper is kind of... Let's see, come on, come on, come on. Hopper got the seeds, and the seeds filter down correctly. Excellent. The nice thing about this is that the hopper is probably a smarter inventory than the farm, and the relay, or the, not the relay, the filter is smart enough not to push things into the pipe network if there's no room for it. So if we look here, we've got room for quite a few more seeds. We also, let's go ahead and get some more of those potatoes out and put all of those potatoes in to keep those from... See, and it's nice because it doesn't, you know, it's smart about that. So let's go ahead and take a whole stack of seeds because we know there's... Okay, so there's room for less than 16 left. So we pop it once, and it goes in. We pop it again, and what's going to happen is the hopper, the farm probably would have just destroyed the seeds, but the hopper's smart and it's got that buffer. If we fill the buffer with some things, like so, we've got a limited amount that we can push in there. Let's see, how many seeds do we have left? We do have seeds. So if we pop this a few times, we'll see it slowly build up the seed pile. And now let's say it's full. And now if we pop it, it refused to send it. Because there's no room. And it looks like that red means it's got kind of an output waiting to happen in the queue. So the minute I take some seeds out, that packet goes through. So I like that. This means we can actually have the farm automated. Except we don't want to have to come out here and push the button because that's basically what I've been doing already. So instead what we want is we want some sort of timer. And timers are the kind of thing that people like to abuse. They like to set timers on ridiculously low intervals. We don't need those seeds going very fast. So there's no point, especially if we're sending packets of, 8 seeds at a time. So we just don't need to worry about that. What we can do is set it honestly on like a 30-second timer. It'll tick and say, hey, if you can go, go. If not, oh well. So timer is one of the Red Power integrated circuits. You can build stuff like this. It's crazy, but you can do these kind of things. You can build clocks with regular redstone because it gives you enough of this, but the integrated redstone that you find with Red Power, which is kind of where the mod got its name originally, will do much, much better by you, and only uses one block, and they're less buggy and less laggy. But we need quite a few things. We need some stone wafers, some stone wire, some pointers, and some anodes and cathodes. So the wafer is literally just double cook a piece of stone and it cooks it into a wafer. If you take one of those wafers and put some redstone on it, you get a stone wire. If you take one of those and put a torch on it, you get a cathode. And if you take 3 of them and put it on, you get the idea. And the pointer has a piece of smooth stone on it. So I need a bunch of smooth stone here to make this. Let's go ahead and put that extra food in there. These seeds, get them out of the way. So wire, wait, what? Why did I say wire? I'm so confused. Okay, we are going to get a bunch of smooth stone. That would be in the decorative rock box. How many do I have? 5. 5 will give me 10 of those little wafers, because a use for it cooks down into 2 wafers from 1 smooth stone. Unfortunately, I need exactly 1 more piece of smooth stone. I need 1 left over. So I'm going to take just 16 stone and cook those down real quick. I also have, let's go ahead and grab some redstone. Well, fine. You can be a button to open my front door, whatever. Alright, we'll take some redstone. We have 2 sticks, that's probably enough. So this should be able to make it. So you stones, cook. Let's see how the battery's doing. It's charging up there. It's charging up. Let's see. We have... Let's take this boule and cut both of them into wafers. And then let's cook half of that into... Let's dope half of those. And the... Actually, no, let's do all of it, and I'll need to throw another stack of nickelite in there. Let's see, do I have another stack of nickelite, or do I actually need to go find where I've been stashing it? Yeah. Yeah, I bet the, I don't think the nickelite goes in that bag. Or is it in the orange bag? I think I emptied the orange bag out. Yeah, it's not in there. Okay, so actually let's not do that, because we will want 2 pieces of wire from that. So really, 9, 10, that's 20. Okay, that's 12, 13. See, unfortunately, we need to make... Yeah, that's actually going to consume all of that nickelite, so I'll have to get some more nickelite for to make more solar panels. But that's alright, we have it in large quantities. Okay, that stone can then be cooked again to make that. I'm actually going to sleep the night and then run downstairs into the mine to go grab some of the nickelite that I've been storing down there that I just haven't bothered hauling upstairs. And we will use that to set up the some more solar panels on the roof. Okay, I'm just getting out of the little turtle mine, and sure enough, I had a total of like 3.5, almost, or 2.5, almost 3 stacks of nickelite and almost 2 stacks of the redstone. So that works. Okay, lots and lots and lots of wafers and some stones left over. Good, because we're going to need those. Let's see here. We need to make a box for red power stuff. So let's actually do that right now before I forget. You wrapped in iron. I guess I could make it a silver box just to be thematically appropriate. Because for the longest time, red power was the only thing in all of Minecraft that used silver. It was kind of useless. But, okay. Let's go to screwdriver, actually. Yeah, screwdriver. No, screwdriver stays on me. But that wire goes in there. That gets some of those out of the way. Okay. And you, my friend, we need to use you more often. Let's go ahead and clean that up and use some of these. And in the recipe for... yeah, we're not going to be able to use that with NEI. It was worth a shot. So the actual recipe for this, okay, so we need 2 plain wafers. That'll be no problem. We need 3 of the wires, and those are made thusly. 1, 2, 3. We need then I think we need 2 of those torches. A pointer and a cathode. The cathode is a stick on a wafer, and the pointer is a stone on a stick on a wafer. So we'll go ahead and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, pointer, cathode. Then we need some anodes, and those are made like that. 1, 2, 3. You always get 3 of these out from every recipe, and you always wind up using 2 in anything you use it for. So it's really, really annoying, but there's not a lot you can do about it. And then you use the blank ones to fill out the circuit. Okay, so we have a timer, and we have a screwdriver to go with it. This timer, I will just plunk down in the middle of it all, facing that, and by default it thunk thunk thunks. And you'll see there's room for those, so it's pulling them in. I guess that's because the potatoes got consumed, and so yeah. And now it's going to fill that up really fast. We should see it. Oh, there's not enough room. There's either not enough room or not enough. There's not enough of those. So let's go ahead and change this. I don't want it ticking every 2 seconds. I don't even want it ticking. You know, let's go once every 45 seconds. So it just churns, but that's okay because the farm is slow. And there, after so many failed, horrible attempts, we actually have the farm fully automated. We don't have anything taking these out just yet. And you'll notice here when it ticks, it's about to hit the tick. I don't believe it should send those 2 seeds because we told it to send 8 at a time. If I told it to send 1, it would only send 1. But I'm telling it to go ahead and send them in packets of 8. So that timer tick, and no 2 seeds went out even though there was room for them in there. So it is waiting for the 8. So that's excellent. And that'll just do its thing. And we don't have to worry about that farm anymore other than coming out here when we need wheat. And I guess we'll take some wheat. And I'll also take some of those. Let's see. I put some potatoes in the ground. Let's put all of those carrots in. And I will put the rest of this food in the house. Let's get those 2 more. Let's pop you in there because we don't need you. We're going to use all of those. We'll pop that nickelite and a thing of redstone in there just so we have it out here. Let's go ahead and get this taken care of. So I need some more silver. Silver. I only really need 1 piece of silver. Actually, we'll use the induction smelter for this. It'll be fast. You. Cook me some silver. Dink. Alright. Those 2 silver go in the alloy furnace with a bunch of nickelite. It'll go much faster now that there's enough power power to actually drive it. See, it's going quicker because it can use more energy to cook at full speed. There we go. So all of that nickelite can go in there. Those 2 ingots and that wafer can be pocket crafted. Maybe. Yes, they can. You become you. And again, I took down my staircase. Alright, now items or blulectric things transfer power through each other, so I could put the solar panels like over here, but I'm going to go ahead and just do them like this for now, and we will just fan out and eventually cover this whole ceiling with solar panels as necessary. Should maybe be, I don't know, with 3 panels on there, we might actually be able to see the growth rate. I'm done waiting. Okay. I don't want to make a multimeter to test it. She does have a voltmeter that we could use, but I'm not too concerned about that. So let's see here. We've got the farm automated. We've got some bees being bees. We've got some actual red power stuff, some bluetricity going on. Let's see, those bees, sure enough, we actually get the mossy combs now. I need something. I need a bee box. Let's do that and call this wraps. So the apiarist's chest, which is a box that holds 125 bees, is made out of a chest, some glass, and 5 of any kind of comb. I definitely have lots of comb. So let's get a piece of glass. And a chest. And turn it into a bee box. One other thing that we could do is we could turn that box then into a backpack and then stuff that backpack inside a box. But I'm not worried about long-term storage of bees right now. I'm just worried about any storage of bees. Let's see, do I have my bag? I do. So there's probably, yep, sure enough, we have plenty of this marbled comb. So we will use, or the mossy comb, so we will use all of that. I don't know what's in the rocky comb. It probably centrifuges the cobble, just because. Go. Apiarist's chest. And let's go ahead and make one more not bee box for other apiculture things. But it's night. We don't go out at night if we can avoid it, because there are bad things out there that like to smash my front door and break my toys. And then there's times when you can watch a zombie burn through the fence, because it tries desperately to path to me, but will fail. Alright. Bee box gets bees. Font is a weird size. And the not bee box gets all of the not bee product for now. Of course, I need to get those out of my bag. Not bee, not bee, not bee, not bee. All of you are different kinds of comb that we will eventually centrifuge. So I think that'll be my plan for next time, is I will go ahead and set up some kind of hut for forestry with a squeezer to process honey and seeds into seed oil, and Actually, you know what? Let's see what exactly... I'm trying to find the forestry bees process. No. 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 Blocks. Forestry blocks? Forestry machines. Alvieri. Okay, that's what we need. So there's a heater and a fan that can cool and heat. So let's see what the... Alright, the alveoli. That requires an impregnated casing, which is just wood treated with seed oil. That's not a big deal. We need to make 27 of these blocks, so this is a lot of wood. The scented paneling is beeswax and pollen and royal jelly. Okay, royal jelly. We are not going to be able to make one of those anytime soon. So, this isn't a very good place to grow bees. We'll have to spend a lot of time running back down. Oh, look, that bee can't grow here either, because it's common, and it can't handle the damp. We don't have any way to make this less damp. Okay. You, go in the box. And all I use... go in the box as well. Maybe I should have settled in the forest. But hey, we have bees in the bee box now. And we've seen 6 different species of bees. Yay! So, I need to put something in there. I think I haven't paid too much attention to exactly what extra bees adds, but I believe Rocky is the trait that it provides is like, hey, I can work anywhere in the dark under, fire with no any resources. So we'll see. But I think that about does it. Oh, and in case you were wondering, this is what happened when I planted a canopy sapling out here on the overworld. This is clearly not the same wood. So there's some sort of side effect of planting the twilight forest tree in the real world. Should we cut it down? No, I'll let the tree grow. So, my name's Allaryin. This has been My Life Without Industrial Craft. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.